Welcome back to Yash in the Shadows. Last time we uncovered Portugal's darkest crimes, but the real horror is what came after. Today, we dive into the aftermath, the preserved head of Diogo Alves, the twisted legacy of Luísa de Jesus, and the chilling mystery of the Lisbon Ripper. These aren't just stories, they're echoes that haunt Portugal to this day. We're peeling back the layers to reveal the darkness that lingers long after the headlines fade. So grab a blanket and stay close to the light. Let's get into it. Diogo Alves, the aqueduct murderer, was hanged in 1841. But his story didn't end there. After his execution, scientists claimed his head, preserving it in a jar for phrenology, a now debunked science that tried to link skull shape to criminality. They hoped to find the organ of crime in his skull, searching for a physical source of evil. Of course, they found nothing, but his head remains floating in formaldehyde at the University of Lisbon. It's become a macabre relic, a silent reminder of our obsession with understanding evil. Visitors say the room feels cold, as if his malevolence lingers. Is it just a preserved head, or something more? The truth is, evil can't be measured by bumps on a skull. The head of Diogo Alves is a chilling symbol. Some horrors can't be explained away. It stares back at us, daring us to find answers that may not exist. And so, the shadows remain. In 18th century Portugal, desperate mothers left babies at the foundling wheel, hoping for mercy. Luísa de Jesus posed as a savior, taking in infants for a stipend. But behind closed doors, she murdered them, at least 28, likely more. She saw children as paychecks, exploiting a system meant to save lives. When caught, she confessed without remorse and was executed. Her crimes exposed the dark side of charity, forcing reforms to protect the vulnerable. Luísa wasn't just a killer, she was a symptom of a broken system. Her story is a brutal reminder. Even good intentions can be twisted by evil. Sometimes the real monsters hide in plain sight, and the scars they leave change a nation. Lisbon had its own Jack the Ripper, a killer who stalked the city in the 1890s, targeting sex workers with surgical precision. The press called him the Lisbon Ripper. He was never caught. Panic gripped the city. Suspects ranged from doctors to sailors, but every lead went cold. For over a century, the case haunted Portugal, until 2022, when DNA from a preserved hair pointed to Francisco Ferreiro, a violent criminal of the era. But the evidence is thin, and the debate rages on. The Lisbon Ripper remains a ghost, his crimes unsolved, his legacy one of fear. Sometimes, evil vanishes without a trace, leaving only questions. The silence he left behind is as chilling as his crimes. He's a shadow in Lisbon's history, a reminder that some monsters are never unmasked. The city still whispers his name, and the wound remains open. In Portugal, true crime and folklore blur together. The aqueduct, once haunted by Diogo Alves, became a place of ghost stories and whispered curses. Locals claim to hear screams or see shadowy figures. Trauma turned into legend. Tales of witches like the Bruxa echo the horrors of Luísa de Jesus, warning that monsters can look like anyone. When justice fails, legends fill the void. Evil becomes supernatural, less terrifying than the truth. It could be your neighbor. These stories are society's way of coping, turning real horror into myth. The past leaves scars, psychic wounds that linger in alleys and old buildings. Evil doesn't die, it changes form, waiting in the shadows. The line between history and legend is thin, and the darkness never truly leaves. A head in a jar, a killer exploiting mercy, a phantom haunting Lisbon. Portugal's shadows run deep. These stories aren't just history, they're warnings that evil leaves stains time can't erase. The past breathes in legends, in unsolved mysteries, in the chill of an old street. If these tales unsettled you, stay tuned. Next time, we go even darker. Portugal's haunted places are waiting. I'm Yash, and these are the stories they tried to bury, but not anymore.